Welcome. This is Robert Cornicelli, National President for Veterans for Trump and Veterans for America First. With me today, I have Jordan Ridley. He is a House member, District 22 of Georgia. Welcome, Jordan.
Hello, and thank you for having me here today.
It's a pleasure, man. Anytime we can get pro-veteran representatives or Congress people, senators on and get them endorsed, we will do that. That's what we're about, veterans who are the forgotten demographic.
Absolutely, we have to do everything we can for them.
Now, you have several family members who are veterans. Am I correct?
Yes, my sister just got out the Marine Corps after 9 years.
Oh,
Cousin in
wow.
the Navy, another cousin in the Marine Corps. My grandfather served in the Navy and then Army National Guard and spent his entire life working for the DoD when he was in the Guard. My other grandfather served in the Air Force in Korea, so it's been a long, long line of service in my family.
So you know firsthand what veterans and military retirees go through, how they have to jump through hoops to get the care they need.
Absolutely. I see it with my sister every day. I was on the phone with her earlier today where she's fighting with the VA, trying to get an injury that she received during the Marine Corps and had surgery for. She's still fighting, trying to get it fixed today outside the Marine Corps.
It's disgusting. It really is. And
It is.
I recently found out that all the illegal aliens that are sneaking into this country or invading us, do you know where their health care claims are processed? In
That
the
I don't
VA,
know.
through the VA. Like our care, we have a hard enough time getting an appointment, but you're using resources at the VA to process claims for illegals.
That's just absolutely, stunning, and that shouldn't be happening.
So tell me, what's your plans for Georgia? What are you going to do to make it an even more friendlier place for veterans and retirees to come to?
So this year in Georgia, we did a lot for military spouses,
You're
making
muted.
sure. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Don't know what happened. But yeah, this year in Georgia, we did a lot for military spouses so they could transfer their license. And then for veterans coming, if you are getting out of the military, if they have professional licensing, veterans and military spouses can come to Georgia, not have to redo all the training, get licenses right away to establish careers here in Georgia. We're working on special tax incentives for veterans coming to Georgia. The Southeast is full of pro-veteran states, and we're having to compete with all of them, and they've earned it. Our veterans have served in the military, and they earned this. It's not given to them for free. It's something they earned, and we just need to keep doing everything we can for them.
Yeah, something a lot of people don't know unless you're in the military. Let's just say I was a captain, right? 21 years. So I'm just going to say, let's say I make $4,000 a year on active duty. You also get a stipend called BAH, Basic Allowance for Housing, and it's dependent on your zip code.
Hmm.
So the cost of living on Long Island was so high. Let's say I was getting $3,000 a month for BAH that covers the cost of living. In South Carolina, it may have been 1,500. So it's based off of the zip code, your
Hmm.
basic allowance for housing. When you retire, you just get the retirement on what your base salary was. So if you retire out of the military, you can't go back to Long Island. You
Absolutely,
have
yeah,
to go.
because
So the incentives, like in South Carolina, no property tax for 100% service-connected disabled veterans. Your kids can go to state schools for free. The more incentives these and I say red states because it seems like it's only the red states that care. But the more incentives that you can have, understanding that a retiree has to choose carefully where they're going to retire to
mhm.
because they lose that basic allowance for housing.
Yeah, absolutely. They lose all kind of benefits when they get out, and we have to do everything we can to make sure they can transition back into civilian society, and then reward them for the sacrifices they made. Because when you come out, you're not the same person as when you went in.
No. Another thing that you should keep in mind as you move up the ladder in political office, if you come out and you're a disabled veteran and you're on TRICARE for life,
Mhm.
when you hit 50, I think it's 55, they switch you over to Medicare, right?
Mhm.
TRICARE for life is free. Medicare, you probably have a $2,000 a year deductible. So you went
Mhm.
from TRICARE for life, medical fee for you for life for nothing, to Medicare where you have to pay. And TRICARE doesn't reimburse that 2,000. But if you had a private insurance like the Empire plan, they would. So we have to work on these little things that say, wait a minute, I just turned 55. I never paid for my medical. I did 30 years in the military. I'm totally disabled. The government puts me on, they shift me from one government program, TRICARE, to another government program, Medicare, and now I got to come up with an extra 2,000 a year.
And that's absolutely ridiculous. And it's a service connected injury. They got their disability. We should take care of them, not just at 55, but all the way through retirement till end of life.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's something I think the states could do. I talked to some state reps in Missouri and South Carolina, Nevada, um, South Dakota. Hey, if the federal government on the trash we have in now are just going to throw veterans to the side, maybe the states, the red states, can help out and pay those deductibles for those warriors. Just any time a representative comes up with some sort of solution, it's better than nothing. It gives
Absolutely. And
veterans hope.
absolutely. And the states are having to fill that gap all across the board on the failures of our federal government right now.
So what else can you tell me? Tell us about what your plans are.
I'm going in for my second term. I sponsored two bills for our state defense force here in Georgia this year, trying to help our volunteer part of our National Guard. Hopefully, to work on that again next year. In Georgia, we're cutting our state income tax year after year. We've run massive surpluses, so we keep cutting our taxes. We're trying to keep Georgia a very business friendly place to be, which is driving our growth, which is another reason veterans are moving here because they're getting jobs here. So we need to make sure that they're taken care of when they move here for the sacrifices they made. And we need to continue that red state conservative values that have made us a great place to be. And we need people. I'm one of the younger members of the House. I'm only 32. We need younger people to come in with fresh ideas and keep pushing to make sure Georgia stays a great place to live, work, and play, as we say here.
We need Georgia this year more than any other year in our history.
Absolutely, we do.
Georgia's got to come out strong, or else we're going to have 4 more years of this insanity, putting illegals and refugees and asylum people before Americans.
Mm-hmm. And I think Georgia's going to come out strong this year. The Trump team is here doing a lot. The Georgia Republican Party, all the affiliated organizations like Turning Point, the Tea Party, the America First Policy Institute, America First Works, they're all heavily invested in Georgia. I've worked with a lot of them. I was working with several of them this week. I think Georgia's going to come out strong for Donald Trump this year. I think we're going to have a good November in Georgia.
Yeah, I know you have Stan Fitzgerald, you have Jared Craig working their butts off down there. You have Tiffany Savage, the
Mhm.
political savvy on social media. I know they're nonstop working down there in Georgia, and you have to. You're now you froze up.
Breaking up on me.
I don't know what's going on.
There we
There
go.
you are.
But yeah, we have a lot of people working hard here in
I can't
Georgia.
hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No volume.
Uh, hello?
Is your mic off?
It's on.
Oh, there
Can
you
you hear
go.
me? It's on. I don't know what happened. But yeah, we have a lot of people here working hard in Georgia. People like you mentioned, Stan Fitzgerald. We also have like Jenny Beth Martin and the Tea Party here in Metro Atlanta working hard. So everyone's working hard in Georgia, and I think we're going to do a great thing here in November and make sure Georgia goes red again and shows that we were never blue in the first place. We just had a strange election in 2020.
Yeah, you were never purple. You were red, and I hope you stay that way. Hey, Jordan, man, it is a pleasure talking to you. I met you at the airport when we were welcoming Trump into Georgia. You got our full support. I'll be sending you our endorsement graphic, and I wish you the best of luck.
I greatly appreciate that, and I
Make us
look forward to
proud,
working.
man.
Absolutely. Thank you,
All right,
sir.
bro. All right,
Have
I'll
a good
catch
night.
up with you. I'll send you that graphic right away.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Hey, man, work hard. We need you.
Absolutely. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it done here in Georgia.
Hold on.